Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to tell you that when the Master of Ceremonies announced that I was going to be the first speaker, Tyson let out a long sigh. So I was asking, what is that in aid of? But it's a special privilege and pleasure to be here this evening for the short time that I'll be with you. And I wanted to do this because he's a very special person to me and a very special person for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And truth be told, as my late friend Obie Wilshcombe used to always say, he's aiming to get to the top, which means that one day he expects to walk in my shoes. I wear a size 10.5. Yeah, good, so it's a good fit. So I'm happy that your mother is here tonight, and I asked her whether you were actually born in Mangrove Key, and she confirmed, no, you were not. You were born in Nassau. All these years you've been pretending to come from Mangrove Key. But that's where your roots are. And I say that because one day I was at a service somewhere, and I think, there was a preacher visiting from Mangrove Key to Fox Hill. And he started off by saying that he was from Mangrove Key, which was the finest community in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. He said there was no better place to live. So I was going to start off by saying that you've come from no better place than Mangrove Key, which is a wonderful community. And I have lots of friends there, so it's a natural fit that you are also from that community. Now, it's been a long journey, and it's an expression that I've used many times. I borrowed it from Sidney Poitier's acceptance speech for the Academy Award in 1964. And he said, it's been a long journey. Because it's been, years and years and years when he was a student, not quite knee-high to a grasshopper, but university level. And it was the fashion and practice of myself and a couple of compatriots like Darren Cash and Raynard Rigby. We used to have lunch at the College of the Bahamas cafeteria on Tuesdays. And we did this for 10 years or so. And during that time, we ran into many students, and that was the whole point. We were always campaigning. I'm in a perpetual campaign, and always recruiting. And the best way to campaign and recruit is all just intermingle and to speak to students. So that's the way I got to meet Tyson, and watched his career as a student, and then into the public service, and into the foreign service. And in each case, it's been exemplary, and he's excelled, and he is emblematic of what a young Bahamian man ought to be. And I think that we ought to be applauding him and supporting, because this is an important milestone tonight to turn 40 years of age. Important milestone. You know, so many people don't make it to that, and particularly males in our country, just don't manage their lives well enough to reach this important milestone. And I'm glad they didn't pull a surprise party for you, because when I was a youngster, my father was celebrating his 50th birthday, and my mother went to my grandaunt and said that she wanted to have a surprise birthday party for him. And my grandaunt told us, says, Lila, don't mess with that. When you look, he comes home, you say surprise, and he keels over with a heart attack. So no surprise party for you. So it's best to plan your own party, and you can say like the lady, it's my party and I can cry if I want to. But you've done a wonderful spread and invited all the people. I'm happy about the African accent, because again, it's become a convenient fiction in our country that we don't get tied to Africa, and in fact, most of us are from Africa, and that's how we ended up being in the Bahamas. So we're proud of that too. So thank you, congratulations to the dancers. Now I'll tell you who is Tyson's biggest fan. His biggest fan is Arthur Folkes. Every time I see Arthur Folkes, I should say more properly, Sir Arthur Folkes, who is our former Governor General, he was always asking what's happened to Tyson and always predicting great things for Tyson and his future. And Sir Arthur Folkes has been one of the most successful politicians in the history of our country. And I think he has a good eye for what is coming in the future. So all of us at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs feel quite proud of the fact that he is a member of our staff, that he is now in a leadership position in the ministry, and we expect him to go from strength to strength. So I thank you again for inviting me here. My compatriot, Dr. Roll, will come along in a minute, and she will say even nicer things about him, because we together worked on the passage of his career, first as a student, and then in the public service, and as I said, in the foreign service. It's been a wonderful opportunity to work with you. I'm happy to wish you happy birthday on this 40th birthday. Let's see, next time you have 20 years will be 60. I'm 70. I can't promise you I'll be around in 20 years. So I wish you happy birthday in advance on your 60th birthday, in case I'm not there. God bless you, Tyson. Congratulations on reaching this milestone, and we expect great things from you in the future. And thank you for your service to us in the present and in the past. Blessings.